The war in Ukraine rages on. March 27th, 2026. In the Lyman sector, Ukrainian drone units have been relentlessly hammering Russian positions, strike after strike, with no signs of letting up. Ukraine's Signum Battalion has been specifically targeting Russian infantry attempting to establish defensive lines in this area, and the footage speaks for itself. Look at these strikes carefully. Every single soldier on that ground has one instinct: get to the trees, stay low, stay hidden. The forest feels like safety, but for Ukraine's drone operators, those trees are not cover, they are not shelter, they are simply the last place these men will stand. These pilots don't just fly, they hunt. And in the Lyman sector today, nowhere is safe. A Ukrainian FPV drone belonging to the Magyar Birds unit targeted a Russian soldier near a railway line in the Donetsk region. As soon as the soldier spotted it, he immediately tried to take cover as a last resort, but there was nowhere to run. That wasn't enough. The soldier fought until the very end, but he was caught by the drone in a very bad position and couldn't escape. When a drone has you in its sights, does any cover really matter anymore? Share your thoughts in the comments. A Ukrainian FPV drone operator shot a Russian soldier hiding inside while conducting a reconnaissance mission in abandoned houses. These footage were recorded this week during drone strikes carried out by Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade in the Donetsk-Pokrovsk region. Watch them carefully, because what you're about to see clearly shows one thing: drones have become the most dominant weapon on the battlefield. In strike after strike, the same pattern emerges. Russian soldiers appear exposed, often without effective weapons to counter the threat. And in many cases, their camouflage fails to provide any real protection. There's nowhere to hide, and the attacks don't stop when the sun goes down. Equipped with thermal cameras, drones continue hunting targets throughout the night, detecting movement, tracking heat signatures, and striking with precision in complete darkness. Day or night, it doesn't matter anymore. The battlefield is always active, always watching, always ready to strike. But now think about this. If drones can see you in the dark, track your heat, and strike at any moment, is there any real way left to hide? And more importantly, do you think traditional infantry tactics can survive in a battlefield dominated by drones? In this footage, however, the situation is quite different. While a news anchor is interviewing soldiers on the front lines, they are suddenly hit by a drone attack. The soldiers manage to shoot down the drone with composure. Kupiansk direction. Ukraine's 33rd Mechanized Brigade storms a Russian trench. Ukrainian soldiers are pushing into Russian-held positions, fast and aggressive. But watch what the drone captures in the middle of all this chaos. One Russian soldier, still in the trench. He's wounded. You can see him injecting himself, trying to stay conscious, trying to hold on. And then, a Ukrainian soldier appears, drops a grenade, and runs. Seconds later, the trench is gone. This is war at its most raw. No clean lines, no distance. Just two sides, meters apart, fighting for the same patch of ground. This is what modern trench warfare looks like. Overwhelming force until no one is left standing. No clean lines, no distance. Just two sides, meters apart, fighting for the same patch of ground. Now here's the question. Should they have taken that wounded soldier as a prisoner of war? And why do you think they didn't? Let us know in the comments. This time, the drone's target is a soldier on a motorcycle. The soldier is aware of the FPV drone chasing him and tries to escape as quickly as possible. But he isn't fast enough. It's quite difficult to outrun the drone on a motorcycle, and there's no safe place in this terrain. As the chase continues for a while longer, another soldier on a motorcycle coming from behind becomes the drone's target. The drone operator switches targets and collides with the soldier in the rear. A drone flies into a ruined building and while searching for any signs of movement, spots a military target hiding in the corner of a wall. The soldier, who thought the cover of night offered greater safety, became the target of an FPV drone equipped with a thermal camera. The soldier tried to flee into the darkness and hid under an electric pole, but all his efforts to hide were in vain. A Russian soldier is behind the camera, filming what's coming toward him. A Ukrainian medium-range UAV is zeroing in on a building used as a Russian base in the area. In the background, you can hear it. Soldiers opening fire with small arms, trying to take the drone down before impact. Rifles against a drone on a locked trajectory. This is the reality of the battlefield in 2026. No structure, no position is truly out of reach. Ukraine's 425th Assault Regiment, call sign Skelia, fiber optic FPV drones on the move. And this time, the targets are a Russian artillery piece and several vehicles in the area. In the Kupiansk direction, Ukrainian forces strike again. This time, it's the Northern Eagle Battalion of the 151st Mechanized Brigade. But these aren't ordinary drones. They're fiber optic FPV drones. No signal loss, no jamming, no escape. One by one, targets are found. Russian soldiers, artillery systems, communication equipment, even a rubber boat. All tracked and destroyed. Every move is watched. Every mistake, punished instantly. Electronic warfare can't stop them anymore. And on this battlefield, that changes everything. So think about it. If you can't jam the drone, can you stop it at all? Ukraine's Ivan Franko group, operating alongside the 100th Mechanized Brigade, known as Cursed Empire, demonstrates the reach of modern drone warfare deep behind enemy lines in the Donetsk region. A long-range FPV strike drone is carefully guided toward its target, not on the front line, but far beyond it. Enemy logistics, the lifeline of any army. From the pilot's perspective, every movement is calculated. The drone flies low, avoiding detection, closing the distance step by step. There is no rush, no wasted motion, just precision. Then, in a single decisive moment, the strike is executed. A successful hit, deep behind Russian lines. This is no longer just frontline warfare. Now, even rear positions are vulnerable. Even supply routes are no longer safe. A Russian civilian captured the moment Ukrainian UAVs once again targeted the critical port infrastructure of Ust-Luga in Russia's Leningrad region. This wasn't just another strike. Ust-Luga is one of Russia's most important energy export hubs, a key point for oil and gas shipments. And in recent days, it has become the focus of repeated drone attacks, causing fires, explosions, and serious disruptions to operations. What you're watching is the result of a carefully coordinated special operations strike. Ukraine's middle strike units, working alongside resistance members operating inside Russian-held territory, have been running daily strikes against Russian positions in the Donetsk region. And this operation is a clear example of what that looks like in practice. 4 targets hit in and around Velika Novosilka, a logistics hub, a personnel concentration area, a command post, and a secondary logistics point. Then, separately, in Sevastopol, drone operators took out a naval drone base. And near Novopetrivka in the Zaporizhzhia region, the Russian training ground known as Vostochny was struck while troops, equipment, and supplies were still on site. The war between Ukraine and Russia continues, with no clear end in sight. Across the front lines, fighting remains intense, drones dominate the battlefield, artillery never stops, and both sides continue to push for small but critical gains. But the biggest shift is clear. Technology is changing everything. From FPV drones to long-range precision strikes, nowhere feels truly safe anymore. Front lines are blurred, rear areas are no longer protected, and every day, the cost grows higher. More destruction, more losses, more uncertainty. So what comes next? Will this war slow down or escalate even further? Let me know what you think in the comments.